So Michelle and Natasha, you've been doing a lot of workshops. You all are subject matter experts. You all have been dealing with a lot of, actually helping a lot of people overcome negative emotions, depression, a lot of stuff. You do a lot of workshops as well. So, if you can tell us a little more about the kind of workshops that you've done in the past, if there are any upcoming workshops, and most importantly, how does one connect with you?
Yes.
Yeah. Michelle, you want to go for this?
Yeah, so as we said in the past, we've been working with mental health. Okay, so we do workshops on thought processes. So we have something called the REBT, that is Rational Emotive Behavior Therapy, which we are planning to do in the month of October. Generally, our workshops happen on weekends because that's when people get time actually to more people get time, the working people, and more people get time. Saturday, Sundays are the days when we generally do our bigger workshops. Like REBT is a 2-day workshop, okay? And again, that is working on, your, as I said, thoughts, define your emotions, and your emotions give out the behavior that you do. So we work on, because there are a lot of fallacies in thinking. So I'll give you an example. There's something called overgeneralization. So say, for example, there is a case of COVID that has happened next door. Right. And your neighbor gets to know about it. She might call her relative and say, you know what, there's a case like this. So the other one will start imagining, oh, it can come to me as well. And that's happening very commonly. So that's a fallacy of thinking, that's overgeneralization. So many of these fallacies we do. So using REBT, we will be able to help you, like, at that moment when those thoughts come, how do you correct them and how do you correct the behavior? So that is one thing. REBT is one. I think, Natasha, you can talk about Access.
Yeah, and we teach another modality which has been really helping the people even during pandemic, which is known as the Access Consciousness Bars. So this is a 1-day class which completely works on your consciousness, because it's like, as we spoke about Mother Earth, so what it is said, like what we believe in consciousness is that the more we heal, Mother Earth heals on her own. So that's like, just a funny part that we are locked inside. But even when we are inside, and if we are going to continue thinking negative, and if we are going to continue overthink about, the things which are never going to occur, what we do is we say that our point of view, it's like our point of view creates our reality. So right now, what we are thinking, we have planted the seeds in the future. So it's not that some fate or some destiny comes and creates. So Access Bars works like, a double advantage. One is that you have verbal processing tools, which you can use them and you can get completely, out of the negative thinking part of it, where you know that now this is what I want to create and I will speak that. And also it's a hands-on process which can be done. So now that y'all are as a family staying with each other, so y'all can do the processes on each other, and that will erase, negative thinking, blockages and beliefs up to 5 to 10,000 years prior, like even for the people who believe in past lives. But at least for this life, it will erase all your unwanted thoughts and memories. So that's a 1-day class which we are also having in October.
There is actually
Natasha, thank you for reminding me this, because I did the certification of Access Bars like I think about 7 years ago. And initially I practiced, and then you kind of get so busy into the routine, your work and all, and you gradually forget about it. So I think thank you very much for talking about Access Bars. So I go back to my documents and my books and I start practicing it. I think this is the right time I should do it.
Because that, for me and Michelle and our families and the clients who have learned it, that's been like a lifesaver. That if you feel yucky, or people even wake up yucky, it's not that you're always smiling and waking up, you feel yucky, you just tell our mom, because everybody in our family has learned to be like, can you please run my bars? And that 45 minutes is like, okay, this thing never happened. And also it's an international certification, so that's an advantage for the people who are learning.
Yes.
Wow.
That's really nice.
I will take just 1 minute because the comments here is stuck. So I'll just refresh it. Just give me 1 minute because I had a lot of questions, so I don't miss out. Just 1 minute.
So while Anupam's figuring it out, if someone has to get in touch with you to, for therapy, for consultation, or for your workshops, how does one get in touch with you? Is there a handle that you have? Is there an email ID that they can get in touch with you? How does one get in touch with you?
Yeah, so they can write to us, and they can write to us on Universe. That is YOUNIVERSE, like YOU ahead of the universe spelling. Dot
Yeah.
wellbeing@gmail.com. And we also have a Facebook page which is named as Universe, but the handle is Universe and You. And we are on
University,
Instagram.
okay.
Yeah, and when they go to the Facebook page, they will find our contact numbers also over there. Or even if they leave a comment on any of the posts or anything, they will be able to reach out to us.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, I have a lot of questions here.
I'm sure.
Because it was stuck due to some technical glitch. So I have almost like 20-25 questions here, and we can go on and on and on. So I'll take just few of them. So Veronica was asking that there is one more scenario which is going on, which are the board exams for class 10th students. And
Yes.
the students are already stressed because half of the year they didn't know whether the exams will happen or not. And because it's for like each of us, also 4 of us are there. We were so worried about our board exams, so I can understand in this scenario what the students will feel like. So as a parent to a 10th standard student, how she can counsel her kids, or because they are already stressed because of this pandemic. So she's asking your suggestions on that.
Okay, so they have to take it one day at a time. So, there are many speculations that these kids are having. My daughter is also in 10th. So they have these speculations that will there be exams? Will there be no exams? Will October exams be the exams that they will evaluate, the children for? So I've just told her one thing. I said, do your studies, do your regular work, okay, and just take one day at a time. Don't think, because when you're thinking of the future, you're already creating anxiety. So parents also will have to, calm down, because it's generally children don't feel that stress. It's when parents also become, as though they are going to give the exam or appear for the exam. That is when children pick up the stress and become stressful. So a little bit of a timetable that they require to put them into schedule. But besides that, see, the classes are already happening. The tuitions are like online happening. The school is happening. So in that way, they just need to do their regular studies and follow a schedule. I think that should take care. And treat it like any other exam, because unnecessarily these parents, they get really, really stressed. Because that is how
I think the parents get more stressed than the children.
Absolutely,
The children are pretty relaxed. Parents are more hyper.
Yes. In fact, Roshan is asking from both of you that what was the most severe condition you have treated and how did it affect you?
Okay, so there are many most severe conditions. Actually, it's daily we have severe conditions, because what people feel as mental health care professionals, that we don't fall in the category of emergency. But one example I can give you is that the most hidden and the most common thing both together is something called as schizophrenia. And that for boys, that it manifests in the teenage. From 16 to 25 is somewhere it can show up. And for the girls from 20 onwards. But when you're going to ignore the signs what your child is showing, because see, the root cause is always the childhood. You cannot heal an adult as easily as much you can heal a child. So these cases, over a period of time, when the family hides it because of shame, there is a lot of mistrust. So to get a person who has been labeled or who has been diagnosed as a schizophrenic, there are many categories there also. There is an OCD, there is paranoia mixed with that. So it starts getting mixed. So for them, for us first, like we are another set of strangers who are going to feed sense in them is what is they are thinking, that why should I trust you, that I am smarter than you. So to get them to build a trust, that many sessions go in that, that where we are telling them that because we cannot fall in a friend category, then it will be too much of expectancy, that neutral category. So bring them first to a neutrality, that okay, my thoughts are not going the way it's supposed to. It is a little incorrect. Maybe, I'm having a little hallucinations or delusions. So we cannot tell them that this is hallucination, this is delusion, aise kar lo. It doesn't happen. So there, that is not challenging, but it's more easy when the entire family cooperates. Because sometimes what the family says, see, there is something wrong with this person. So you deal with it, as if we are just going to take them to a workshop and repair them and bring. So that
Yeah.
involves a lot of family involvement. And sometimes, rare cases, if it's too late, we first have to send them to a psychiatrist or a rehabilitation center, get them treated the way, the medical way where they have to, and then they can
Yeah.
always come back to psychotherapy. So in such cases, we are not like emotionally attached, but from a concern perspective, we feel that, if you are aware, you can avoid all these hassles, because it's very heartbreaking to see a family member go and being admitted into a rehabilitation center
Yes.
and all that.
Right.
So that, from an empathetic point of view, yes, it does, bring us also into emotions that, we wish that they get better very soon.
Yes.
I'm sure.
In fact, all the questions, what I'll do is, because I was just reading through the questions. So I think my concluding part, since we are coming to an end of the show, so my concluding part will be if we can get 3 tips from Natasha and from Michelle, three tips each of how one can practice mindfulness, how one can practice that calmness, or what are the 3 simple things which we can do to overcome any sort of ailments mentally.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what we have been advocating right from the start of pandemic is that,
Yeah.
mental health has 4 pillars, 4 M's of mental health. The first
Yeah.
one, which, as you said, is mindfulness. So,
Yes.
there are mindfulness is very simple. You don't have to sit in a 1 hour meditation. You just have to be
Yeah.
aware of your
Yeah.
thoughts. You have to be aware of your emotions, and you don't
Yes.
have to shy away from them. You're not feeling good, acknowledge that. You're feeling good, very good, feel more of it. So being mindful of your emotions, so that will give you, an inventory of, okay, what is happening in my head? Am I feeling more of this? Am I feeling more of that? Mindful is one. Second thing is, focusing on some mastery. You may have had some hobby as a child, some painting, even if it feels very cliche, some painting or some drawing or something, cooking, somewhere where you were used to. Bring that back in your life, because though we say we don't have time, we have all the household chores, but we definitely have time. And this is a very, very big relaxer. It starts secreting serotonin, means, the oxytocin, the happy hormone
Yeah.
in your brain.
Right.
That will make you happy because you are doing something worthy, because as a
Yeah.
child you used to be so happy. Bring that back. That's the second part. Then meaningful engagement. Don't engage in things that are stressing you. For example, if the news is stressing you, only take information. You don't have to just, literally drown in that news of who's doing what and where is the cases are increasing. But at the same time, you have to be aware. And even when you converse with people, have meaningful engagement, where
Yeah.
you are talking, with a lot of empathy. You're using your intelligences. And one last thing is movement for the physical health. So you don't have to, please don't try any, exercises which you have never tried and break your bones or, have any spasm, because this is not the time for that. But at the same time, you have a lot of variety. You can dance to music, you can do your favorite yoga, or you can just do this normal PT exercises which were taught at home. Because the more your body moves, the more it is happy and it's healthy.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so first thing is, connecting to your 5 senses. So when you wake up in the morning, first thing, okay, look for something that you can be grateful for. Maybe you have your kid, or even if you look out of the window, you can do that. Something that you are grateful for when you are listening to, auditory wise. So using all your 5 senses, you can engage and just be grateful even before you start your day. That's one thing.
Right.
Second thing is journaling. That's a very good habit. If you can quickly, when you wake up, just quickly journal your thoughts, either at the end of the day or in the morning. Keep a book and a pen, which is your personal diary. Okay. And, over a period of time, actually, you will get to know the kind of patterns that you have. You will be able to actually identify a lot of introspection and a lot of help. It's going to, even your dreams, you can journal them. That also is. So it will help you in some way. And if you cannot, help your own self, you can take help and identify. That also is possible. Third is always have a pause button before you begin anything. Even when you're angry, you're upset, just in your mind, just visualize a red button, which is the pause button that you press, and stop before you do anything. So that is for me.
I really love that tip of the pause
These are
button. You
the-
know, and it's like
Yeah. In fact, all the tips, there are so many questions. I said with these
Consciously,
6 tips,
yeah.
all the questions got answered at one go. I'm sure a lot of people are asking a lot to what to practice, how to practice this pandemic, and I'm sure people are trying the things which they have never tried in the pandemic.
Yes.
People are exercising, people are doing yoga, which is a good thing also in a way. But yes, mental health is important, and I think that our today's conversation was all about how you can do positive thinking and be mindful. So I can't thank much enough Natasha and Michelle for giving us this chance to interact with you. And you have no idea, my entire software has gone for it was hanging because of the number of questions I was getting. So you can know that this is the right time to talk about it. And we are very glad that you gave us the time and we spoke thoroughly about these issues. We took each of these. I'm sure the people who are watching us right now will agree to the fact that we have literally touched upon every factor which we could. But since we have a limited time, we will obviously want to listen more from you and hear more from you. And for me and Deepa, though, it is like we are feeling
Yeah, I
more
think there were so
enlightened.
many unanswered questions. You know, there's this fear. You know, how do I ask this? How do I ask that? So many questions. Somebody became a medium, and you guys answered those questions. I think a lot of people have got immense amount of clarity when it comes to mental health, and
Yeah.
a lot of mindfulness, how to practice all that. I mean, Anupam said it so correctly. We can't thank you guys enough.
It's
Yes,
been
and
a
also
pleasure
our-
for both
Yeah.
of us, because
Yes.
it's nice that y'all as a team, Sukoon, have taken this up, because though it's important, but then when
Yeah.
you do this kind of question and answer session, people get more clarity rather than just
Yes.
randomly talking on certain topics.
Yes, yes, yes.
And
And
we
I'm
would like to thank you from the bottom of our heart, actually, and Sukoon.
thank
Thank
you, thank
you.
you.
You
so
made our
much
work
for coming.
easier of planting consciousness, so thanks for that for you too.
Thank you so much. And I'm sure that, the one important takeaway which all of us are taking tonight is the thing that, it's very important to say it out, whatever you're feeling. It's very important to be expressive. It's okay to take help. No one will regard you insane. And, now they have literally, this was the first time where you have two experts coming together and answering your questions. So people also have now an ease that they can approach a psychologist, they can approach a clinical psychologist, they can approach a behavioral expert. And I'm sure a lot of people after this chat, a lot of people will try to get in touch with you. So follow them on Instagram at u.universe. And if I'll provide the link also in the comments later, so that from there you can get the link directly. And thank you so much, Natasha and Michelle, for giving us time, and we had a great time and great session.
Thank you so much.
You're
both of you.
welcome, both of you.
Welcome.
And for everyone, we'll be back next Wednesday, 6:30, with new set of guests. So stay tuned and keep sending us questions and suggestions on Sukoon Official on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. And do watch our YouTube channel if you have not subscribed, because this entire thing will come in interesting episodes on our YouTube channel. So go right now, go and subscribe on youtube.com/Sukoon Official. You can search on YouTube for all the amazing content. And Michelle and Natasha, you have to promise me one thing before you go, that we are doing more of content for our fans, because there are so many questions unanswered. And we will be back with you. We will plan something very soon for our content with you too, because now we have realized that how important it is. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot.